Hello everyone, welcome to my English class. I'm Lata here. So in my last video, I discussed some rules of silent letters, and those silent letters were A, B, C, D, E and G. So today I'm going to discuss with you some more silent letters and the rules. So let's not waste time and start the class. So let's start with the silent letter H. So when a word begins with GH, generally the H is silent. For example, ghost. It is not ghost, but it is ghost, ghetto. When a word starts with RH, the H is silent. For example, rhinoceros, rhythm, rheumatic. So the H is silent in rhinoceros. We don't say rhinoceros or rhythm, we say rhinoceros, rhythm. The next one, when a word starts with WH, the H is silent. For example, what. Generally we say what, but it is not what. It is what, why, where, way. Sometimes after a C, when the H follows the C, the H is silent. For example, chemistry, mechanic, school, stomach. Now sometimes CH is pronounced as ch and also sh. For example, chair, example of sh, chef. So here the H is silent after a C, but we pronounce it as ch, chair, chalk, choke. And again, we also pronounce it sometimes as sh, chef. There are also few words that start with a silent H. There are few words like this. For example, honor. Here the H is silent. We don't say honor, but we pronounce it as honor. The H is silent. Another word, honesty. Hour. So it is not hour, it is hour. Honor, honesty, hour. Now, what about the letter I? I is generally always pronounced, but there is an exception. For example, in this word, the I is silent here. Business. We don't pronounce it as business, but it is business. So now let us look at the letter K. If a word begins with KN, the K is not pronounced. For example, no. So it is not pronounced as kano, but it is no. Not knife, it is knife. Night, knowledge, not. So remember, the words which start with KN, the K is not pronounced. You can find some more words starting with KN. Now, the letter L. So there is no real rule regarding the letter L. Most of the time, we pronounce the L, but you need to know the exceptions. There are some words in which we generally don't pronounce the letter L. For example, calf. We don't say calf, but we say calf. Half, chalk, walk, talk, palm, calm. So even in these words, we don't pronounce the L. Should. It's not should, but it's should, could, would. Now let us see these two words. We don't say almond, we say almond, salmon. There are not many words with a silent M. Very few words are there. I can give you one example. Mnemonic. Here the M is silent. Mnemonic means something that makes you remember something else. Now, what about the letter N? When is it silent? Okay. If a word ends in MN, that is, if the letter N comes after M at the end of the word, then the N is silent. For example, autumn. It is not autumn, but it's autumn. Column, condemn, damn, him. Now the silent P. So when is P silent? So P is silent at the beginning of a word before S. For example, psychology. Here the P is silent and S is after P. Psychology, psychiatry, psychic. P is also silent when the word begins with PN or PT. For example, pneumonia, pterodactyl. Pterodactyl is an extinct flying animal which lived at the time of dinosaurs. Some more common random words with silent P. Coup. We don't say coop, but it's coo. Cupboard. It's not cupboard, it's cupboard. Raspberry. Receipt. So here the P is silent. It's not receipt, but it is receipt. Now the letter R. When is R silent? R is silent if it is followed by a consonant. For example, look at these two words, fork, start. In these two words, R is followed by a consonant. Fork, R is followed by K. Start, R is followed by T. So the R is silent. Fork, start. Look at these two words. So R is at the end of the word teacher. So we pronounce it as teacher, not teacher. Doctor, not doctor. However, if the following word starts with a vowel sound, we normally pronounce the R. For example, the teacher is teaching English. The teacher, we pronounce the R as it is followed by is, a vowel sound. The teacher is teaching English. So, today we discussed about the rules of the silent letters H, I, K, L, M, N, P and R. And in my next class, I'm going to discuss about the remaining silent letters and the rules to be followed. I hope you liked my class. If you really liked it, don't forget to hit the button like and also do put some comments. And also don't forget to hit the button subscribe. Bye-bye.